Ready?
Yes.
Alex, a big game for you guys, coming off a good win. One thing I wrote about was, and I noticed, was there was a lot of local guys, you being from Loyola,
right.
Garbers, etc. What is that like, especially for you? I know Garbers called it a dream of his to have that moment in the Coliseum. What was it for you?
Yeah, it was surreal. Just like Garbs, I would say it was kind of a dream come true. I can remember being a kid, growing up in LA, going to SC games, being in the stands. So it kind of didn't really hit me until after. It was like, oh, I guess I just scored a touchdown in the Coliseum. But yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was that like? Seeing that ball come loose and pouncing on it, because I think Churchwell said he wanted to also
yeah,
get
push me out the way. Yeah. It was all honestly like a blur. Like I actually missed a tackle on the play, and when I came to the sideline, I got on the phone with Coach Norwood. He was like, "That was planned, right? Like you missed a tackle on that so you could pick the fumble up and score." But no, it was super surreal. Like when I saw the ball on the ground, I was like, "There's just no way. Like there's no way I'm gonna botch the recovery or something. Something's got to happen. I'm gonna get caught from behind, and then everything just worked out." So yeah.
It looked a little too good to be true.
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah.
Got to feel pretty good ending your, at least as far as playing USC for the last time, knowing that that's your lasting memory.
Right. Yeah. It was great. Got a picture with my boy Josiah Norwood after the game, just to capture that memory. Something I'll hold with me forever. Yeah.
The defense really showed out in that game, but you guys have been showing up all season long.
Yeah.
What is it like to be one of the top defenses, to be a part of one of the top defenses in the country?
I mean, it's fun. I think even just watching on film, you can see how much fun we're having out there when the D-line and the linebackers are getting after the quarterback like that, mixing in with the great coverage we have on the back end. It's fun defense. There's nothing like it.
Coach Lynn, it was just announced that he was, I believe, a semi-finalist for the Royals Award.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, well deserved. He's an amazing coach. I think he's put it on tape with what he's taught us this year, everything that he's brought in, his energy, his knowledge. It's been great. It's just been great soaking in all the information from him.
Go ahead.
How important is someone like Latu to this defense this year?
I mean, he's the heart and soul of this defense. Like he's our emotional leader. He's our verbal leader. He's our physical leader. Like this defense goes with Latu. He's our guy. He's the guy that we look up to. He's the guy that we feed off of, and he's always going. So his motor's always on, and that means everybody else has to go. So if you're not holding up to that standard, then you can't really touch the field. So yeah.
And piggybacking off of that, I was actually going to ask about obviously he's up for the Lombardi Award, a couple other awards. I mean, Is there anything maybe just because Chip mentioned he didn't want the team to know and all that. Is there anything that maybe people don't know about Latu that you guys see behind the scenes?
I mean, I feel like you could get this just from watching him, who he is as a person. He's just super humble. I mean, he's never arrogant, never is the loudest guy in the room, but he's always, he's always there. Just his presence, the way he carries himself, the way he walks around the building, just an all-around guy. Great guy to know and a great guy to be a teammate with.
You guys have Cal this week. What have you maybe seen from them on film, if you guys have had a chance to look at any of their stuff early on?
Yeah, very similar to SC, very balanced. They like to run the ball, get the ground game established. Off of that, they got a great play-action game. The quarterback, Mendoza's been playing really well. They got good receivers with Hunter. It's going to be another tough game, another dogfight, and not a team we can take lightly.
We were talking briefly just about music before we started rolling.
Yeah.
You were talking about a playlist. What would you have on your playlist?
What would I have on my playlist? A little bit of a mix. So I'd go I started off with a little Sade, maybe mixing some John Legend, some Amy Winehouse, and then for some new school, a little bit of Rod Wave, some Gunna, stuff like that. Just a good mix, little old and new. Gotta have that.
I like the Rod Wave mention there. Staying with music, what is maybe one song on your playlist that people wouldn't expect?
Wouldn't expect.
Be honest now.
People who knew me, they would expect this, but I'd say I mean, there's a lot of Taylor Swift on there. Obviously, I'm a Swiftie. Yeah, there's a lot of Taylor Swift. Yeah.
things starting to set in. Last Pac-12 game.
Yeah.
Career here coming to an end. I mean, when does that maybe start creeping into your mind if it hasn't already?
It honestly hasn't. For me, this whole season it's obviously gone by really fast for me, but I've honestly just been taking things one day at a time, and I kind of just even just looked up today and I was like, oh, this is my last Pac-12 regular season game. So, I wouldn't go back and change anything. It's been a great ride. Made a lot of great memories and friends here, growing as a person, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So
yeah, just kind of going off of that, as a walk-on when you first arrived here, could you have imagined any of what's happened during your career?
Not in the slightest bit. I came here and I was just trying to figure out how to get to class, who to look up to on the field, and make sure I was on time for everything. Looking back on it, I would have never in a million years guessed it would have worked out this way. But like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Is it going to be a little bit weird when you look back as an alum and have to now call it a Big Ten school?
Definitely, yeah. It's already weird, just talking about the transition that the kids are going to have to go through, with all the traveling and stuff like that. But it's going to be exciting. It'll be exciting for them, for sure.
How does the Cal rivalry maybe stack up to the USC one for you guys? I've talked to Josh Woods before, and he says the Stanford and the Cal rivalry is just as big of a deal. What does it mean to you?
Oh, 100% is just as big of a deal. I think that a lot of people actually, I honestly didn't even know it until a couple of years ago, but Cal is actually our main rival. We are a baby branch off of Cal, so I think that it's kind of that, who is the better Bear school? We're the baby Bears, they're the big Bears, but the Cal rivalry is always a good game. I can't even remember a year where we've played Cal and it hasn't been a good game, so it's always a good rivalry.
It's more of a thing for fans, but how much would it mean to you to be the California state champs, beating USC, Stanford, and Cal?
It'd be awesome. To run California, it'd be awesome. Yeah.